They were Hollywood's golden couple, the kind of romance that felt scripted straight from a movie. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie lit up the screen, adopted a global family, and seemed to live a life most could only dream of. But what began as a fairy tale has crumbled into one of the ugliest, most drawn-out celebrity divorces of the decade. From allegations of abuse and custody battles to secret business wars and explosive court documents, the Pitt-Jolie split has become a legal soap opera that shows no signs of ending. So what really happened behind the scenes, and why has their divorce turned so bitter, so personal, and so public? From Mr. and Mrs. Smith to real-life passion, Brad and Angelina met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. At the time, Brad was still married to Jennifer Aniston, but the chemistry between him and Angelina was undeniable. What started as co-stars slowly morphed into a global obsession. By 2005, Brad and Jen were divorced, and the Brangelina era officially began. They became the most talked-about couple in the world. Their relationship was passionate, charitable, and fiercely private. They adopted children from Cambodia, Ethiopia, and Vietnam. They traveled the globe. They made films together. And in 2014, after nearly a decade together, they tied the knot. But just 2 years later, everything fell apart. The shocking 2016 split that rocked Hollywood. In September 2016, Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences. At first, the news felt like a bombshell, but the public assumed it was amicable. That illusion didn't last. Within days, reports surfaced that something far darker had occurred. TMZ broke the story that there had been a physical altercation on a private jet involving Brad, Angelina, and one of their children, allegedly their eldest son, Maddox. The FBI and Child Protective Services were called to investigate. Brad was eventually cleared of all criminal charges, but the damage to his image and the trust within the family was done. What followed was a years-long battle that made even the most private details of their marriage and parenting visible to the world. The jet incident. What really happened at 30,000 feet? To this day, the 2016 jet incident remains the defining fracture in their relationship. According to court filings and leaked reports, the argument began mid-flight and escalated quickly. Angelina later claimed Brad had been drinking, became physically aggressive, and clashed with Maddox. While Brad denied any abuse, the FBI launched a full investigation. Angelina submitted photos of alleged injuries and damage to the plane. Brad's legal team fought back, arguing there was no proof of wrongdoing. Ultimately, Brad was not charged. But the incident has remained a cloud over the entire divorce, cited again and again in court battles over custody and credibility. The jet became a metaphor for their marriage, soaring, turbulent, and destined to crash. Custody battles, 6 kids, endless legal war. Perhaps the most painful part of the Pitt-Jolie divorce has been the fight over their children. The couple shares 6 kids, 3 biological, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivian, and 3 adopted, Maddox, Pax, and Zahara. For Angelina, keeping the children with her became the central mission. For Brad, restoring his relationship with them became the fight of his life. At one point, Brad had limited supervised visitation rights. He submitted to alcohol testing, therapy, and family counseling in an effort to reunite with his children. But progress has been slow. In court, Angelina has accused Brad of being volatile. Brad's team has accused her of alienating the children from him. Maddox, now in college, reportedly no longer uses the Pitt surname. Pax posted a scathing Father's Day message calling Brad a terrible person. And while Brad has reportedly rekindled ties with some of his kids, particularly Shiloh, the divide remains sharp. What was once a united family has become split across legal lines and emotional wounds. The Chateau Miraval battle. A vineyard becomes a war zone. In 2008, Brad and Angelina bought a stunning French estate, Chateau Miraval. Nestled in the south of France, the estate wasn't just a romantic getaway. It became a business venture, producing award-winning rose wine and generating millions annually. After the divorce filing, Angelina attempted to sell her 50% stake in the vineyard to a company owned by a Russian oligarch. Brad claimed this violated their prior agreement and sued her for allegedly trying to sabotage the brand. In court filings, Brad's legal team accused Angelina of vindictive behavior, while Jolie's team accused Pitt of controlling and retaliatory behavior. What was once their love nest became a battlefield, complete with international lawyers, wine business audits, and bitter accusations. The vineyard became symbolic of the larger divorce, beautiful on the outside, poisoned within. Sealed documents, leaked files, and the public fallout. While much of the divorce was supposed to remain confidential, several documents were leaked to the press, often painting Brad or Angelina in an unflattering light depending on the source. Angelina submitted sealed documents in 2022 detailing the jet incident, sparking another round of media scrutiny. Meanwhile, Brad's camp accused her of manipulating the public narrative and using the press to pressure legal outcomes. Supporters of both stars rallied. Social media became a war zone. Fans chose sides. Team Jolie and Team Pitt hashtags resurfaced. Even journalists expressed concern that what should have been a private matter had turned into a public bloodbath. The Hollywood reputation game. Who's winning? In any public divorce, reputation becomes a weapon. Brad, who spent years as one of America's most beloved leading men, saw his image dented by the abuse allegations. He took a step back, focusing on sobriety and production work. His Oscar win for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood helped revive his status, but the stain of the jet incident lingers. Angelina, meanwhile, maintained her humanitarian work and focused on directing. But some questioned her motives in continuing to fight the case publicly. Critics accused her of dragging the children into the media spotlight. Supporters hailed her as a fierce protector standing against a powerful man. In Hollywood, perception is everything. And in the Pitt-Jolie saga, both reputations have taken hits that may never fully heal. Legal teams that read like Hollywood casts. This divorce hasn't just featured A-listers, it's employed them, too. Both Brad and Angelina have hired top-tier legal talent known for handling billion-dollar divorces and high-profile custody cases. Angelina famously hired Laura Wasser, one of the most powerful divorce attorneys in Los Angeles. Brad followed suit with his own elite team, bringing in experts from Beverly Hills to Paris. The legal bills have reportedly reached tens of millions. Each filing, each motion, each counterclaim costs time, energy, and an unbelievable amount of money. This isn't just divorce, it's legal warfare on a cinematic scale. The final chapter still hasn't been written. Nearly a decade after their split, Brad and Angelina are still legally fighting. Custody, business, assets, and public image hang in the balance. No final settlement has been reached. No full peace has been found. Maybe one day, the lawyers will stop filing motions. Maybe one day, the children will forgive. Maybe one day, Brad and Angelina will look back not with anger, but with understanding. But for now, the war continues. If you were shocked by how deeply this Hollywood love story unraveled, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more in-depth celebrity investigations and untold stories. Because even the brightest stars cast the darkest shadows behind the scenes.